What's this?
Okay.
No, you don't answer, someone else should answer, right? What is this? No. Tell me what the meaning of this is. No. Tell me the, yeah, I mean, just plain simple meaning. What does it mean? That's what?
3/5 of 17.
Concatenation of what?
3 parts.
When
17 halves is partitioned into 5 equal parts, which is why you multiplied it by 5. Makes it easy to pull 17.
okay, try again.
I can't.
This dictates the dealing with this, right? Okay. Then goes this thing. That's your object. This tells you what? You want to divide this into how many equal parts? And the top tells you how many of those parts you take.
Right. Choose.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the general idea, right? So you don't have to remember. You don't have to just read it out, but you should just. That's what you're trying to do.
Right.
Think about 3/5 of whatever you bought. What does that mean?
I think his question though was why you multiply the 5. And the
1 second. No. You're skipping a step. Yeah. You're asking the wrong question right
Okay.
now. Right? Do you know what is it? So you, Melinda, you say it again. What is this collection of symbols mean?
Okay. It's the concatenation of 3 parts when 17 halves is partitioned into 5 equal pieces or
Right.
parts. And
So what's the first thing you must
cannot-
do?
Well, I'd like to divide 17 in halves into 5 equal parts,
Right.
and that's not clean. And so to make it useful, knowing your definition of equivalent
No,
fractions,
not definition. Theorem.
theorem of equivalent fractions, then you were able to say, well, I can make 17 divisible into 5 equal parts.
Not a 17. I can make the numerator of the fraction.
I can make the numerator of the fraction divisible by 5 if I multiply it by 5. And if I multiplied the numerator by 5, I better do the same thing for the denominator.
Good, very good.
Which is the 1.
Very good. So now, do you still have a question for me?
I was actually trying to answer a different question. Yeah. Side conversation question, I think.
No, you just answered it.
Okay.
I don't understand. Okay. Yeah?
I think Glenn's question was a question that I had for a minute, and then I think I solved it. So maybe I'll see if this is your question. When he went from 17 times 5 over 2 times 5, right? That's that, right? So, and then he dropped down and it says now that's 17 over 2 times 5. And your question was, I see that the 5 over 5 is times 1, right? So,
right.
but I think he did not write down the step that he was actually dividing that by 5.
No,
He was
so what I said
dividing
was
it for
this.
times 1.
I stopped by asking,
one
no.
partition, one portion of it. If you're dividing that into 5 pieces, 5 parts, what would it be? That whole thing, that's 17 times 5 over 2 times 5. If you divide that into 5 equal parts, what does 1 part equal? And that's 17 times over 2 times 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see that? Because if you
Could
would
you say that one
multiply,
more
yeah, I'll
time?
say it
Okay.
again. If you would, for you, I'm going to help you out because I know where you're going. If you multiply that by 1/5, you and I both know that that's the same thing as dividing by 5,
Yeah.
right? So if you multiply that whole thing by 1/5, what will you end up with? You'll see it will be 17 over 2 times 5.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
You see, this is what we call, if you understand it already, it's a mnemonic device. What you said was multiply by 1/5. Well, that's exactly what we don't know at this moment.
I know, but I was just trying to help him out.
I know, because I said, yeah, as a mnemonic device, meaning that it helps you think
Yeah.
But now you want to explain it to your
Yeah,
students,
yeah,
you cannot do
Yeah,
that.
and that's
I
why I would
agree
be lost,
completely.
because I'm like,
I don't know.
kind of,
How do you justify?
No, you can ignore this, right? We always agree. This indicates how many parts you're going to take. I usually say marbles, right? So you don't like marbles, but let's just 1/10, right? So how many 1/10s are here? How many 1/10s are here?
17.
That's fine.
17 times 5, right? The set of a 10, right? Now, all right, that comes down to definition. Do you have conviction of your belief? That is that. What is it you're trying to do? You're trying to divide what? What are you going to do? Tell me what you're going to do. You have to what? How do I divide this thing into 5 equal parts? Just concentrate on that, nothing else.
well, I would, I know that if I would divide by 5, basically.
No, you see, but you have to go. It's not a good way to think about that, because when you do that, you're hiding behind a particular formalism. Divide by 5, but there's something much more easy to understand, which is what? You have that many marbles. You want to divide it into 5 equal groups.
How many are in each group?
That's why we need whole numbers.
So wouldn't it?
That's division. That's division. Divide it into 5 equal groups. I have that many marbles. So let me ask you.
So wouldn't it already be just 17?
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow, you see?
You got it.
All right. So,
That's why I was wondering, why do you hesitate, right? But so, you get it? So because this is equal to 5.
because the formula still feels safer to me than my.
No, yes. No, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you, but I'm trying to win you out of formula dependency.
No, I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a hard addiction.
Yes.
I need the 12-step program right now.
We're detoxing.
I just,
That's exactly the point.
I'm looking at that and I'm like, why? I feel like
Why? I
we
mean-
started. I feel like we started somewhere and then we went somewhere else and then we came right back to where we were, and that's what I can't figure out. I feel like, to me, that's more complicated than it. I don't even know if complicated is a word. It's harder for me to understand why am I going from A to B, right back to A, just to give the result. That's what when I'm looking at that right now, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay, Marina, the way to look at it is the following. You try to devise a simpler way. How's that? You're quite right. You see something too complicated, it means you see something better. Then, let's try. What do you think is a simpler way to do it?
Multiply across.
What?
I'm seeing multiplying across.
What do you mean multiply across?
So 3 times 17, because that's what we end up with, and 5 times 2 is what we ended up
You
with.
mean you would say this is obviously this?
Yeah.
Right,
Why am I fussing over this? Right, is that what you're saying?
right.
Why do you know, how do you know this is true, man? How do you know this is true? Because I like it.
You want me to multiply it, and that's what I'm doing? That's what I see. I mean, when I think multiplication, that's what I see.
Wait a minute, what
I
is
guess
what?
I'm not thinking about, you're
Wait,
right.
wait,
I'm not
wait,
thinking
wait,
about
wait,
your
wait,
question.
why do you have such favoritism towards multiplication? You like it above everything else in the world, clearly. No?
No, but you just really confused me right now, that's why.
Okay. You say, okay, in your mind you see this, and it's natural to do this, right?
Yes,
Tell me why.
because that's how I learned it.
Okay.
Yeah,
A kid comes to you and say,
absolutely.
I'm used to it, I like it, that's how I learn it. You're the teacher, you'll tell me I'm wrong. Are you crazy?
But I didn't learn that way.
You have bad education. Right? You just happen to have bad education. Mine is better.
Okay.
I taught things, I got taught the right way. This is simplifies life. What do you have against it?
I don't have anything.
That's exactly the issue, by the way. People like to say, wow, you multiply, just do that. So it immediately begs the question, why? Why not do it here? Do it this way. It's so nice.
What's worse is that you'll find students who will give you 81/10 as the answer to that.
Well,
Yeah, definitely. I'll have students who will multiply.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
they
yeah,
see
yeah,
two
but-
fractions, and I know what to do, I'll multiply.
see, what you're here is to try to be learner, basically.
Yes.
Yes. You're used to certain. Now you see, you're here, your job is a teacher, job of a teacher, right?
Right.
You're not saying I like it, therefore I do it this way. You get it? You say these are my kids. They're gonna learn from me. What do they think? Would they consider this to be natural? Would they consider this to be natural? Natural in what way? What do you mean natural? If everybody does whatever he or she thinks is natural, you sure that you're willing to live in a world like that?
No.
No, but what I need is I need to understand why there's that step.
All right, let's start from the beginning again.
No.
2/3,
Yeah.
6/5.
Yeah.
You know how to do this? You know how to do this? Tell me how. Tell me how.
Not the way that you, I can't do it with the step that you're adding.
Well, you cannot do that
I don't
step, then
understand.
obviously, you see, that means I lost you already way back. Then you have no hope of following after that. That's mathematics. You see, you're not used to that.